Jim, do you consider there to be magic in martial arts?
Magic. You know, magic is, to different people, different things. To some people, it's a Las Vegas stage show. It's a sleight of hand. Others think of ritual magic, you know, using a bell and a wand and a candle and things. Different types of magic and understanding is also part of it. I watched a gentleman once at a demonstration sell his, what he called psychic abilities, magical powers, when it was really nothing more than just a trick of the body. But let's say if you didn't know that trick, what he did would appear like magic. And I'm talking about nerve impulse reversal. Yes, the same nerve impulse reversal that was spoken of in the wonderful book, Morning of the Magicians, when they speak about the 9 unknown arts and 9 unknown men and the arts and things they teach. They speak of nerve impulse reversal being in the martial arts. Indeed it is. So it's even more so in chiropractics and things such as this. So it's a medical thing. It has nothing to do with magic. It has to do with how our bodies work. Anything going away from the head weakens the overall limb. Anything going towards the head will strengthen that limb. So if you extend your right hand and I run my finger down that arm will go weak. If I take from the fingertips up to your shoulder, go upwards, the arm will now read strong. Only momentarily, mind you, but nonetheless, this was his gig. So for that group of individuals that this man was sharing his magical knowledge with, he had magic. To me, I looked at it more as a con man who was just taking some unknown medical phenomenon, a trick, and employing it to shock people. Now, would it have application in fighting? Of course, many applications. It has applications in healing as well. But we're talking about, do I believe in magic in the martial arts? That goes pretty deep, you know. So here we have magic that some people believe in, which is really nothing more than just an interesting trick of our bodies. We have magic that borderlines the sleight of hand, where you just fool them again. And then there is the other type of magic, where the motions of your hands inscribe things in the air before you. Now, you know, in the ninjutsu, they have the kujikiri, the kuji-in sign. So they are drawing the 9 cuts in the air before you. And this is a magical formula, combined then with certain sounds and certain hand mudras, positions of the hands. And so these are used in martial arts as well as yoga, and some religions use them. Most religions, in fact, use them. These are magical signs, in signatures that are seen through the fingers and hands. So magic has always, real magic has always been involved in martial arts. We know in Pencak Silat, magic plays a major role. Some people see it as beneficial and good, others see it as a negative and it shouldn't be done. But we know that it does exist. Magic can be done in the sense of using your hands to either create or open vortices, you might say. In some arts, you are opening that man's luminous cocoon, the aura that's about him, in order to strike inside that aura. You are definitely making a rent in his spiritual cocoon, not just his physical body. You are putting something into that physical body. When you strike, it's a force, it leaves a bruise. Well, this is the same way. When you strike the energy field with certain hand techniques, it will either open or close that field or harm. And people say that doesn't exist. It does. It just takes a lot of personal energy to execute it, to make it work or take. In some instances, you'll see it accompanied by certain sounds, very specific sounds. But this all goes back into the realm of personal belief. Some people, when they hear this, it makes them angry. They say that's just all phony baloney. Well, maybe so. At one point, Tai Chi itself was a magical art. You know, when it was called Kong with a K-O-N-G, like King Kong, Kung Fu. The Jesuits in the early days, when they would, you know, write about it, they called it Kung Fu. Well, they saw it as a magical art. And the magical side of Tai Chi has been pretty much purged. Just because it's not a popular thing, they only want the physical movements, you know, aerobics that look like Tai Chi. And they say, I'm doing Tai Chi. Basically, you're doing very slow aerobics. It's not Tai Chi. Without a partner, without doing the exercises, the two-man building, without the esoteric or metaphysical qualities that are required to understand and manifest what Tai Chi is about, it's really hard to do. It makes very little sense. So one has to have a little bit of the metaphysical side going in order to be successful with something like Tai Chi or an internal art of any kind. And that might even overlap into healing and or prayer, religion, trying to heal someone, trying to send forth a successful prayer. If you don't have some sort of metaphysical, spiritual background, where are you then? What do you have? And many people don't. They're proud of it, and that's okay too. But I don't see that in the direction I wish to go. So in saying that, magic is definitely a part of everyday life. We live on a mysterious planet. Every day I see mysteries. Every day I see beautiful things, awesome things that come from this world. That to me is magic. You have to become unjaded and see the world in that new eyes way. Like an infant, to where you see this and you appreciate the miracle, the magic of what's here. Otherwise, it is a dull, ugly world, and there's very little here for you because you can't see it. So awakening is that awakening of the inner eye. You know, some say, well, you mean the third eye? Well, maybe, but it's the inner eye of the inner vision that allows you to see truly, to perceive what's around us as the miracle, as the magic of what it is. And then, of course, people with power, after you build power, you hunt power. If you have power, you can manifest magic. And I know, again, this will anger some, and they'll say, no, this is all hocus pocus. Jim Keating is just a sham, a charlatan. All right, that's their view, and I'm okay with that. And I see that their world will forever be sealed, that they will not be able to go beyond where they're at because of this locked-in attitude of anger towards things they don't understand. I see my world a path before me that never ends, a continuous road stretching on into infinity, that I continue to walk in humble amazement because it is magical. It's a magical life. And that's why I do believe in magic. I do think it's in martial arts, most assuredly. But you must find it, because now it's been buried under tons of commercialism, tons of opinions, and lost souls crying out that, you know, this is not so, because it's not so for them. If you listen to the lost soul, you too will become lost. So the bottom line on this is, if you do see it or believe or suspect that there is magic in your life, then get in there and dig it out, because you'll never regret it. It is a solid gold. It's like mining diamonds. Get in there and dig until you find that magic in full force. Watch it change. Watch it reinvigorate. Watch it absolutely alter your world for the better. And that's what a magical life and a magical martial art is all about. And I hope you do find it. I'm James Keating. Thanks for listening.